clearly it isn't what it was, which is, it used to be the two best teams in the country, and now, Arsenal haven't really challenged the league for 12, 15 years, and United have had going into their own dip, I think. Although they might yet win the title this year if City collapse. I think one of the problems basically the two clubs have had similar problems. The first thing is they've been overtaken by Chelsea and Manchester City, and it's unfair to say that it would be unfair not to mention that, because that's Chelsea and Man City have been the biggest problems that Arsenal and United have had to contend with. But I think that Arsenal and United have both gone on a similar path, which is that their success has led to such, and obviously in United's case, this is kind of 3 times as successful as Arsenal have been financially, but their success in the early part of the last decade has been so much that it has made them into this huge global corporate brands who are very keen to pursue fans all over the world and to basically just to stay there. That's what they want, is they just want to stay where they are at the moment more than anything else. And that means that they make cautious decisions, like keeping Arsene Wenger or appointing Louis van Gaal and then Jose Mourinho, kind of 2 big-name managers, but maybe not the kind of youthful manager that would best kind of relaunch Manchester United. Or, in Manchester United's case, buying the most famous players they can find, even if they don't necessarily, fit into the system. I feel like they're making business decisions before they're making football decisions. Certainly in United's case, whereas Arsenal I don't really get the impression they're making any decisions at all. They just want everything to keep. They just want to keep the show on the road, and I get it. But if you look at, say, Chelsea, for example, there are many things you can be critical of Chelsea and Roman Abramovich about, but he's got quite a good idea when it comes to winning titles, which is to start afresh every year or two with a new young manager. And it'll probably work, and if it doesn't work, you get rid of him and you get someone else in. And that works. It's been proven to work. And I just think that with Arsenal United at the moment they just care more about maintaining their current position, not having a Mourinho season where you finished 8th or 10th or whatever, keeping the money flowing in. And if you win, that's nice, but if you don't win, you're in the Champions League next year anyway, the money will keep flowing. That's basically my, I've kind of sanded a few edges there, the stories are not exactly the same, Arsenal United, but I think they're kind of broadly travelling in the same direction.